Hello. So we're going to try something different, and we are going to do a pick a card reading video because it is spring equinox and it is the astrological new year. So it's all fresh, it's all new, all of this like coming to life, and yeah, like new year, new me vibes for us all. So I'm going to do one of these. I have been watching pick a card readings on YouTube for at least like 7-8 years now. So I love them. I use them as a tool to help bring me some clarity and guidance all of the time, and just like if I'm really struggling, I just will like listen to one just for like a little bit of insight where I feel I can't gather insight myself necessarily if I am trying to pull cards for myself. Because when I'm in the midst of like chaos and I'm trying to pull cards for myself, like they just seem to like feed off my chaos and feed off my uncertainty. So it's always helpful to go to somebody else and have a little bit of an insight. And the difference between like actually going to a card reader and getting a reading is sometimes time, convenience and money. So I am a card reader, and please send me a message, get yourself booked in if you would like to, especially online. My availability is a lot quicker, so absolutely come to me and let's get yourself booked in for some guidance and clarity that is very highly personalised to you. But in the meantime, there is this. So it is the spring equinox and it is the astrological new year to boot, because it is the start of Aries season. So this is just new. Start of the new year means it's the start of a new 12-month cycle. And that means that we will be journeying through all 12 zodiac signs for the next year. Aries kickstarts with its fire. It is that pioneering spirit that just wants to like get going. Set off on the adventure and like full steam ahead. So it's a nice energy to have come in after winter, for one, where we have been like, in theory, hiding away and hibernating and introspective and reflective. So we've got this burst of fire that is coming in, but also that burst of fire coming in with spring. The season is changing. We are going from winter to spring. This is the energy right now is all about rebirth and renewal. It is that like, oh my God, hope has returned after 3 months of like the dark looming winter, where it is cold and dreary, and that reflective, introspective space is beautiful and it serves us well, but it can be quite intensive, especially for us Western people that don't spend a lot of time in introspection and don't. It's not necessarily that we don't like to slow down, but we are not told or taught to slow down, so it can be quite a struggle. And so spring, like things are coming back to life, and it is that like, oh my God, like it's not all just dark, like the light is returning, the light is here. We are actually in balance. So the days and nights are currently on par, in balance, in harmony, and that's sort of the energy coming through as well. So there's like rebirth, new life, and there's balance and equilibrium. Yeah, so I don't want to ramble too much because I am quite good at a Charlie waffle. I will give you the option of 3 piles. Spend a little bit of time so you can pause the video and just take a look. Like focus in, just like breathe, focus into your heart space, and just like ask Great Spirit which pile is for me. Ask your inner self, ask you what pile is for me. You may be drawn just instantly, your eye may go to a pile, or it may be something like within that says like number 2, like you hear it. Whatever it may be, however it comes through to you, just trust yourself with the pile you are drawn to. If you are drawn to more than one pile, then there is something in that, and it could be that there's information in both for you. One thing I would like to say as well is that if there's bits that don't resonate, this is a generic general reading for multiple people. So there may be bits that don't completely like land with you, but Spirit wanted you to hear other parts of it. So take what resonates, like take that and take that as the information that you needed. And if it doesn't, just let it go. Let it go. It's not for you. It's not meant for you. So just away with it. You don't need it, and that's absolutely fine. No reason to like get distressed or like anything like that. Just let it go. Please drop some comments in, like let me know if it was helpful, let me know if you want more of this, just pop in to say hello, hi, I was watching. That would be really nice. Yeah, let's do this. Pile 1, hi. So let's dive right in. The first card that you got was the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So the Pentacles is the earth element. It is money, it is abundance, it is everything of the earthly material realm. And twos are all about balance and harmony, which is the energies of the spring. Two of Pentacles in the reverse means that there is a block here, that there is an imbalance and more highlighting a struggle to find that balance. So it's really saying to you that at this moment in time with spring coming in and the fact that the balance is highlighted, so for you, you really need to action bringing balance into your reality. And this is like, because it's the earthly realm with this, you need to bring it into your worldly reality. So because, like I said, Pentacles can be coins. It could be that you need to be better with your money and balance your money and your finances. It could be that you need to balance your earthly commitments. So whether that be the time between your actual like time with self and time in your life with work. It's anything of this worldly reality in our bodily form. So whatever resonates the most for you, but a need to pay attention to bring balance in is strongly highlighted here. And then you also got the Death and Rebirth card in the reverse also. So the Death card in tarot is one that people fear, and they really don't need to. It's just saying that there is a death to something, an end to a cycle, and this is, I like this deck because it has death and rebirth written on it, and that's the whole point. When something dies, it gives space for something to be reborn, and this is literally being highlighted in the seasons right now. So winter season is dying, it is dead, and because of that, there is space for spring to be born. And within the seasonal change as well, winter is that season where everything has like become stark and bare and dies. At least very like externally, everything goes into hibernation so that it gives us that space for things to actually rebirth and be reborn in spring. So with this being major arcana, it indicates something that's quite like hard hitting in your life. There's this balance that you're struggling to find is something that is like something where a dagger can be hit quite deeply into you. In the reverse, it just means that you are denying yourself this transition period. You are struggling with the rites of passage that come with a death and rebirth cycle. You are struggling to let something die. You are struggling with that death of a process, death of something within your reality. So you're denying yourself the space for something to be reborn. So when things come out in the reverse, and you have the two things in the reverse here, what it's generally saying is that this is where action needs to be taken for you. So you need to action these to get them the right way up, because you want this death and rebirth. You want things to bring brought into balance. So there's something that you really, really need to let go of the grips of now. There's something you need to leave in the winter season. It needs to be dead and gone, and you need to leave it there so that you can be reborn this spring, so that you can bring a sense of balance into your worldly reality. But what is it with this card that you are struggling to let go of? We got Saturn with it. So Saturn is daddy karma. He is a strict, he will teach you the lessons, he will crack the whip. It's not comfortable, but these are lessons that we need to learn. So this is highlighting this this death and rebirth here. What is the lesson that Saturn has been coming in and cracking the whip at you that you have been like resisting, that you like haven't really completely and utterly let like yourself embody, that you need to learn the lessons of. And it's only through learning these lessons and like through the patience and hard work that comes through these Saturn lessons that we can grow and evolve. Like Saturn gets a bad rep and he can be very uncomfortable, but he wants the best for us. He wants our development. So where are you denying yourself? Like, what tough lessons have been coming in that you haven't quite embodied, that you haven't quite let land, that you're not quite accepting? Like, you'll know what it is. It's the bit of you that right now that's going, oh, like, because you know. Like, Spirit is saying to me, like, you know what you should be doing, or you know what you should have done, and like, now is the time to really allow this process to unfold, because it's making you out of whack. This is the reason you're in like a level of imbalance, and we want you to be balanced. And more so highlighted the fact that you actually have Libra with the scales here. I'm so sorry if it's not focusing. Libra is a card about balance and fairness and wanting things in that like equilibrium, wanting harmony. So like, it is really, really calling on you, like saying like, you have to learn these lessons. You have to do this so that you can learn what you need to learn, so things can come into balance, and it will bring you like a level of peace and satisfaction. Like, Libra is all about the love and the feels. And like, I love this card especially because, me in videos, we'll learn in time, don't worry guys. We literally have like the yin and the yang, the sun and the moon here in the scales in balance. So it's really asking you to bring things into balance, and this is worldly things into balance, but you can also then consider the fact that you also need to bring energetics into balance, your masculine and feminine sides. So like, really ask, are you giving too much externally? Are you doing too much in the world? Like, the masculine energies are like drive and like power and pushing forwards in a very worldly way, whereas the feminine is more receptive and flow and it's introspective. And we need them both. We need them both to be in union with each other. So you're really, really, really being called to like say, hello spring, you're about balance, please give me some. Like, call it in. And on that note, these are some cards for you in regards to like what you can actually use to help action a bit. And the first card that came out for you is Altar. So the Altar card, when this card comes out, I always recommend to people, and I recommend this to people anyway because I absolutely love and adore altars. Build an altar. Like, build an altar this spring. So this can be like the most crazy, big, beautiful thing. You can like dedicate a whole room to it if you have the space, time and willingness to. It can be a shelf. It can be your bedside table. You could go just make a beautiful earth altar outside in the woods, like just having foraged bits and bobs and just leave it there. Like, it's whatever you want it to be. I do recommend something that you can potentially sit at for a little while. But earth altars are beautiful things. So it's encouraging you to build this altar, and like with altars you set intention. So build the altar with intent of bringing yourself back into balance. It would be really nice like to build an altar that is in balance. Make sure it is like in union with each other. Make sure that each side of the altar is balanced. Like that simple act will really help you like bring balance into self. So build an altar and really like set your intentions with it. Set the intentions of letting whatever it is that you need to die go, because in doing that you're creating space for the new to come in. So your homework, go build an altar, and please send me photos. Absolutely love an altar. You also got chamomile. So chamomile is a really, really, really beautiful flower to like, you can use, you can drink it. It's very calming and relaxing, and it's also got a lot of positivity and joy to it. So I recommend chamomile tea. If you don't like the taste of chamomile tea, you could just put some chamomile flowers upon your altar. You can just have some chamomile flowers. Like I make little spell bottles and potions, so you can get in contact for one of them if you want, or just make your own. I make little spell bottles using flowers and herbs and things, because you're then like using the energies of it, but you're not actually having to like consume it in any way. But chamomile tea, nice and easy. I do recommend getting like whole flower, you know, like good quality, blah, blah, blah. But you can equally pick up chamomile tea in Tesco's type of thing. So whatever suits and is convenient for you. But this will really, really help your energetic field. So yes, have some chamomile, bring in the calmness and serenity that it offers. And that will help this process. It will help you really like go into that death and rebirth process, and it will also help bring your energetics into a bit more balance as you also try and work that yourself. Then you actually got the card of spring. So you got the card of like rebirth and awakening. So this is just really, really highlighting spring to you. And then the fact that you had the balance anyway, like spring themes really, really pop in for you. So really allow this, like spring is resurrection, it is rebirth, it is hope. I actually would recommend, if you have the space to, or even maybe just get yourself a little pot if you don't happen to have a garden, plant some seeds. Like that is what spring is for. Plant some seeds, and when you're planting the seeds of whatever it is that you want to grow, as in like whatever like plant or flower that you choose, also plant your seeds of intention for what you want to grow within yourself, and then tend to the plant. Don't just leave it, like actually tend to it so it can grow. And then we will do one last parting card. This is the Work Your Light deck. Oh no, 2 came out, so you get 2, I guess. Balance. What have you got? You've got yes. Just say yes. So this is really, really that encouragement factor of like, you need to like say yes to this process. Say yes, like dive in, jump into this. Say yes. Like stop denying yourself, stop denying the process, say yes and go for it. And then you also got don't dim to fit in. What does it say? How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So I always say to people with these cards, if a question comes up, take the question away and journal it. But this is a serious, like, how are you dimming your light? Like, where are you? What is stuck in this death process that is like blocking you? But what will happen is if you really, really let this go, you're actually creating the space for you in order to like stand up. So there's something that wants to really be reborn this spring for you, and that like you want to shine, your soul wants to shine, but where are you dimming yourself? Are you like not being your true self around certain people? Is it because you want them to like, you fear they won't like you? Is it because you know they'll judge you and you're scared of being your authentic self? Like is like whatever varying reasons that we all have for these things, like how are you dimming your light, your soul's purpose to fit in? And trust me, if you start to like shine with authenticity and shine from your soul and shine from the like places that and the person you want to be, you will actually find the right place for you. Maybe you're trying to shine in all the wrong places, and that's why like there's that dimming. The fact that, so we have these 3 figures here and then also the 3 figures here, I would recommend also some triple goddess loving. Look up triple goddess archetype, and yeah, mother, maiden, crone, definitely cool in the triple goddess archetype as a whole. There may be one in particular that really, really wants to work with you, but whenever that comes up, I definitely recommend it'll be something that can assist you. It is there to assist very much the divine feminine aspects of self, so there'll be something about your feminine side that needs a bit of that. We all struggle in the Western society with our more receptivity flow states, so yeah. Triple goddess. Right, there you go, pile 1. I wish you the best spring. Happy New Year. And yeah, I'll be doing more of these, so come back. Have a good day, guys. Pile 2, hello. Let's jump right into your pile. So, the first card that we got for you is the, not wanting to focus, 10 of Cups in the reverse. 10 of Cups is a card about positivity and happiness and like emotional fulfillment and reaching that point of like joy and positivity that gives you all that you desire. This is not focusing. I will learn the skill of getting this to focus. I will, she says. There we go. We got there. Okay. No. Oh, God. This is like hard work. Are we focusing? Come on. Ha 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 ha. So, right. We have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. This is a card about positivity and fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. Cups are water, and they are our emotional landscape, and it's very heart-based. Our relationships is, in my opinion, our intuition, like connection point to the divine. Creativity can come under this as well. But you've got it in the reverse, and like what's really, really singing out to me the most with this pile is like, there's something in you, like I'm feeling it like really from my root to my gut, and like it's like reaching up to my heart. Is like, this is like a core wounding of lack of belief in what you deserve coming through. So the Ten of Cups in the upright is somebody that has literally like got everything that they've dreamed of and wanted. There's like a couple and kids, and it's literally that level of like emotional fulfillment of having all the things that bring you that joy and happiness, and you've got it. In the reverse, there's a block. You don't got it. But the feeling I'm getting is that like the block here is you. You're actually like so close to this level of like, you're so close to this Ten of Cups, and in some way you're denying yourself it because you don't believe that you can actually have it. You don't believe that you deserve it. You don't believe that it can be yours. You don't believe that it can be real or that it's true. There must be something like fake here, like you're being taken for a ride, like it's not really true. It couldn't possibly be, like whatever it may be in your reality. And we'll work this pile, because like all I want for anybody and everybody is to have their Ten of Cups in the upright. So I quite like the fact that the feeling I'm getting is that it's you. I don't like the fact it's core wounding, but it means that like it is yours. It's like it's so close. Like the imagery Spirit is giving me is like the finish line's really close, guys. But like we've got to, unfortunately, deal with a bit of like core wounding here. And I mean, yes, that is less fun. We also had it with, so the confirmation card is, I am learning here. Does that do it? That does it. I've learned. So you've got the Magician. Ooh. The Magician is, oh my God, this is like hard work. Ooh. You will focus. There we go. The Magician is a card. He is, or she is the Magician, magical, manifester, like has all the elements like in his toolbox, and like knows how to use them all, and like brings them all in, and is divinely connected to Spirit, and is divinely connected to the earth beneath the feet, and it's just like power pack, and whatever wants manifest becomes manifest, because like Magician, like manifester, like boom. So with this card coming in, and like I was saying, this block here is you for the Ten of Cups, and the Magician's coming in being like, so this is where like you are the Magician, you hold all this power and magic to manifest it and create it. So what we need to do is just like flip the script. There's some core wounding here that really needs addressing, and because we're like, this is the spring equinox astrological new year, this is stuff that like keep it in the year before. New year, new me. Like, we don't need this anymore. What we want to do is go forward with a more like positive belief, core beliefs. Like, take away those core beliefs that have been like conditioned in from whatever's happened, and like let's get them gone, because they're not serving you, and you're a powerful manifester. So let's manifest magic. Let's manifest the things you want. Let's manifest the Ten of Cups in the upright. And like literally give yourself all of this fulfillment in your heart's desires, because you've got the power to. This is how you're blocking it, because you're powerful. So your lack of belief in self is blocking you, because you're manifesting the negative. So let's manifest the positives. And I'm saying that like this is easier said than done. Like, changing core programming and core wounding is not easy. This is why we have people that we can go to assist and help, and I can offer those services, and whether that's me or somebody else, or maybe a journey you're already on, Like I'm saying it a bit blasé, but it's not easy. But there's so much power here. They're within you. So like, yeah, like use that power as best you can. And with spring coming in and out of winter, it is the time for hope. So really, really like use that right now. Give yourself that hope and belief. So you also got the house 3 in astrology. And house 3 is all about our early learning. So this is where I'm saying, like, this is where it's coming in with this like core wounding. This is stuff that you learnt young. The wounding here of what you are blocking yourself with is stuff that you have inherited, that has been conditioned into you. Stuff you learn within your early formative years where you now believe that you're not worthy of the 10 of Cups. You're not worthy of that divine happiness. And for whatever reason within that conditioning, we've got Scorpio. Scorpio is the sign of like transformation, death, rebirth, purging. Scorpio comes in and asks us to look into our deepest like wounding and deepest hurts. Scorpio is, sorry, I'm trying to make it focus. Scorpio is water, and Scorpio comes in with this saying like, let it go, like death, rebirth, purge, go into the deepest, darkest depths of your emotional landscape, go into those niggling hurts, screaming hurts, all of that wounding, and like see it, feel it, and let it the fuck go. So there really is a call on you here to like really delve into some deeper wounding and really, really like, you're going to like say, hello, I see you, let's work through it, or let's just let you go. You may have been working through it and it may just be that final bit where you're like, kick the boot in, let's done with this now. And it could be that this is something that you're like, you've been leaving because you know that there's like quite a lot of work involved. You could be, the spring clean could be this final boot and you're just saying like, yes, now is the time and I'm allowing. Or it could be this spring, this new is actually saying, right, now's the time for this journey. This is like a multi-person reading, so where everybody is at on their journey is going to vary. So, some more like advice in regards to things to use, tools to use to help you with this process. And the first card we got is Moss Agate. So this is a beautiful crystal, very easy to pick up and very affordable. And there's also fern on here, so you could also just go out in nature and pick some fern. Moss Agate is a beautiful crystal about positivity and change. So I really, if you can, I recommend getting the crystal because it holds energy frequencies and then you can have it around you and it will help shift you into that positive mindset. The positive mindset that you need so that this is the upright and not the downwards. And it will really help assist with this, like the shifting in change, because change is uncomfortable. We're humans, we like comfort and we don't generally like change. You also got Hearth. So Hearth is the fire, it is the safety and the comfort of being around the hearth at home. And so with this, and then with this like early learning and the stuff like this, it's very much telling you to come to a space of comfort. Like whatever this is for you, because saying that to somebody, the hearth, that, you know, like the heart of the family home, that ain't gonna be a place of comfort for some people, but it is for others. So, but whatever this is for you, that could be like a group of friends. It could just be by yourself in nature, by a lake. Like it's whatever this is to you. Like spend time at the hearth, like spend time at that place of safety and unconditional love and comfort, and that brings you warmth. So this is all about like this, like the comfort and the positivity and change. Like allow yourself this to really, really shift away from the stuff that doesn't serve you. And then with tend as well, we've got tend. Maintenance, this is like tending to your garden, like tending to your soils. So with this card coming through, this really is that like I was saying with the like root feeling, like tend to these woundings. Sorry, this pile, there's been a thing with this pile. So yes, I'm new at this and cameras and technology and blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah, that's a whole thing. And we'll learn. And at some point, camera stands so it doesn't have to be on my face. Wonderful. All things to do. But I've really struggled with this pile to get it to focus on this and not be like out of focus. So like that is saying something to me. You need to bring things into focus in the right area. Your things are out of focus. Like things aren't like, you're focusing on the wrong details, and that's why things aren't quite turning out in the positive 10 of cups in the upright. Joy. You need to tend to the right areas. You need to tend to the right things. You need to focus your attention in the right places. So one aspect of that is focus on positivity and belief and all of those things, so that you're bringing in, you're manifesting, magician-wise, you're manifesting positivity, you're manifesting the things that you desire, as opposed to manifesting the things you don't desire because you're so focused on them. And then there's also a level of, with Scorpio here, you need to focus on some of those niggly, painful, core wounding, emotional hurts a bit more, and not just leave them to the side. It's still blurry. To get them gone. So a focus point like needs to be focused. Right, we'll leave it with. Whoop. So we have Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone, ancient ancestors stand beside you. This, and then with Hearth, and then with the score, all of this stuff definitely links into some of this stuff. This is not just like early wounding patterning. This is like ancestral bullshit, breaking the chain stuff that needs to come through. Like some of the stuff that you are journeying through, and this lack of core belief, and you know that stuff. Like this is like through your like generational. This is through your ancestral line, but. Also with this, you keepers of the earth, like this ancient ancestors stand beside you, you're not alone. Like take that, you're not alone. And during this you can call on your team in spirit, you can call on your ancestors to come in and help you and guide you. They are always doing that, but if you actually ask them, they can come in like with a bit more oomph, is how I tend to find. So like call on them, ask them. And then we have Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? So I always say to people, if a question comes up, take it away and journal it. How are you being called to step up and lead? How are you being called to like sit on your throne and be in your power? And then with the Priestess, and then that with that being more of a like on a feminine aspect as opposed to it being priest, that really links into that emotional water is feminine, that emotional landscape. This is really sitting into that receptivity and flow. Like how can you really like embody all that you need to in that feminine receptivity flow state. So this is really asking you to sit with those more internal layers. How are you being called to step up and lead? This is, I'll be talking about your power here with the Magician. Maybe the 10 of Cups has something to do with you like really embodying your power and being in a certain way. I will leave it there because the camera, it's got a countdown thing on it and it's about to run out of time, so I don't have much choice. But I hope that helped. Drop some comments and all that jazz, and yeah, please come again. Pile 3. Hello. Let's jump right in. So the first card I got for you is the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning. It is a fresh start. So fully and completely in this spring astrological new year vibes, because it's like, it's an ace, it's a new beginning, new potential. Pentacles is the earth element. So this speaks of, it can be pentacles, it can be money, but it can literally be anything of our material realm. So anything that builds us like security and safety, and so it could be our physical bodies, it can be our job. It's just our worldly reality in all respects. And this is like a card of like, there's a seed, you can plant it. It's like fresh ideas, fresh potential here. And so I love this because it's really embodying the energies of like what's happening astrologically right now, and you're like right there with it, and it's saying like all this new stuff that's on offer to you, like yay, like right now with spring, it is a time to plant seeds. So you're with it, but and so with this pile actually 2 came out and I kept them, whereas the others only got just the 1 extra card. You have the Queen of Pentacles and then also the Queen of Cups, but you've got these ladies in the reverse. So Cups is the water element. It's our emotional landscape. It's everything heart-based. It is our relationships. It's how we connect, and it's our intuitive, like, hotspot to spirit. And then Pentacles, as I was saying, it's Mother Earth. They're both the feminine. These are the two feminine elements. So this is all the internal. It is the, like, receptivity. It is the flow. It is our feminine side. Sorry, trying to make them focus. But they're both in the reverse. Neither of these queens are sat on their throne in their power. They are both currently upside down on their heads, not comfortable. And the fact that the reason I kept both is because they both came out. So I was just like, there's something about this. There's a proper block in, and the fact they're queens and they're not the kings. So there is the feminine of the feminine. There's a proper block coming through here in your feminine side, in your receptivity, in your flow, in your internal state. And whether that means that you just don't sit in your internal state and you're much more in your masculine, because this is uncomfortable for a lot of people. But this, like, block that is here, blocking your power, blocking that, you know, like, divine knowing. So the Queen of Pentacles in the upright she is abundant. She has, like, this ability, created and has it all, and she's sat in, like, security and comfort and a knowing. And then the Queen of Cups in the upright, she is all, like, they're both in the comfort because they're in the upright. She is kind and compassionate and, like, loving to self, loving to others, and just in flow. And so these blocks are like, you're blocking your own power here. You're blocking your own, like, love for self. You're blocking your own, like, emotional stability. You're blocking your own, like, abundance here. There's just, like, a lot of, like, blocks and self-belief. A lot of just, like, your feminine, like, block. But you've got this potential to plant a new seed for that not to be the case. And, like, what will help with this seed is to, like, unblock your feminine side. So a really simple way to really spend some time with your feminine side is to just spend some time in quiet, in stillness. Have a bath and just be with yourself. Walk in nature, just be with yourself. Meditate, just be. And this is just be without listening to music, or without listening to a podcast, or without watching TV, or without reading a book, or without the little things that may, like, seem like they're helpful in ways. You could be learning, you could be doing this, but you're stopping, just listening to self and just being. And that's kind of a part of what's called for the feminine. And tending to that side. You want to be in receptivity to the messages that are coming through you, because we hold so much information within. So you need to unblock that. So you could plant the seed to unblock that, or we're unblocking it. So when you plant your seed, you're planting your seed so that it can grow more abundantly. The cards we got with it, so we got Taurus. And Taurus is a card about, like, trust, and it's an earth element. So it's trust, and it's in a very earthly, sensual, stability way. And Taurus will be the next. So we're in Aries, it will go into Taurus. So with this, saying there's very much like this month, Aries season month of, like, focus, like, is a timeline that's really wanting to come through. But the biggest thing with this is the trust. Trusting in the process, trusting in the stability of your feminine side, trusting in the stability of your intuition, trusting in the stability of all of that, like, that feminine receptivity flow state, trusting that it helps you, trusting that it guides you. And it's a very uncomfortable place for us to sit in Western society where the masculine rules, because we do still live in a patriarchal society. We have it then with the sun. So the sun is masculine, but the sun is, like, our fire heart. It is our lion's heart. It is how we shine in that way. Like, and it is how we express. And it's how our, like, soul comes through to shine. So with this, like, you need to trust in the feminine sides to allow your soul to shine through, so you can shine and be as bright as the sun. The sun that is like the life giver, that life force. So like to really, really trust and allow the feminine side will actually help you like glow up and be bright. And then you've got it with house 6, and house 6 is the house about establishing daily routines, and it is like, it's our health as well. And this is really in focus at the moment with the fact that we've got Virgo in the South Node. So we've been really, really called recently to really, really look at our health and really, really look at our daily patterns and how we do things and how we are looking after ourselves in just a very daily way. So with that coming up, there is this like asking you to make daily shifts. So an imagery I just got was like lots of little seeds. So with this like Ace of Pentacles that's like a seed, is that like, and with this establishing a foundation, this daily patterns is like, there's lots of little things. There's lots of little things going on here. This is not necessarily one big thing. There'll be lots of little things to like action and address, but it's really, really trusting in your feminine side and allowing it and connecting with it. That's really, really the point of focus for you to then be bright and shine into the world. So some bits to use, tools to use to help you. So the first card is Mint. And what does it say? Abundance, persistence, and proliferation. So mint coming through, have mint. Have mint tea, eat mint, have a mojito. Use mint in any way. And because then you're really cool, and the fact it says abundance, you're calling in this abundance, and then like with the Ace of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles, with that earth element is very like, it speaks a lot on abundance. So use mint as a tool to help you sit in a greater state of abundance, to call in more abundance. So yeah, have some mint. And then we also have rosemary. And it says remembrance, loyalty, and faithfulness. And so this is a card that can always be used, a herb that can be used to actually connect backwards, connect to your ancestors. That's the level of like remembrance that comes through with rosemary. So for one, yes, eat it, you can drink it, use rosemary as a tool, but this remembrance aspect and this like almost, so I don't know if that is supposed to be a key, but from my little screen that I have there, it looked like a key. So there's a key in like calling in the power from your feminine ancestral line. Like call in the power of your female ancestors, especially from the feminine line, but you can still call in the feminine ancestors from the masculine line, to really help you embody your feminine, to really help you into that state of flow, to really help you like remember the power that you hold that has come down through the lines. So use rosemary specifically, I would say, for that, to like unlock. There's something about unlocking here and like remembering your power that's like stored within. And what will also help with this is we got the broom. So the broom is all about spring cleaning. It is about, like it says, energy clearing and refreshing. And so it is the spring clean. So another tool to use is a broom or a hoover or this or that or the other. It is actively encouraging you to spring clean. And when we spring clean, so there's something about like actually spring cleaning, so giving your house, your whatever, an actual clean and getting rid of any clutter, whether that means you're just packing clutter away so it's not out, or that you're just like the proper spring clean aspect of this needs to go. Charity shops, like let's get gone, don't need this anymore, doesn't serve me, don't need it, don't want it. That physical act of cleansing and clearing space actually creates energetic space. So it is more than just like the physical aspect, but you are being encouraged to do that. But you can also do this, I recommend both, but you can also do this on an emotional, spiritual level. So within like intuitive energy healing, part of that is giving you like a cleanse. So you can, if you are a practitioner, give yourself a cleanse or get yourself booked in, whether that be with me or somebody else. But you could give yourself you can go and get yourself energetically cleansed. You can also give yourself an energy cleanse. So we go to practitioners as such as myself because it's helpful. I go to practitioners because I need it too, and it is very, very like, yeah, it's helpful, it assists. But we can always do stuff on ourselves as well. So pull this to end. Okay, we'll stick with the 3 because it seems to be a thing for this. You've had more cards than the other piles. Shh, don't tell them. And your pile 3 and then the 3, it's 3 of these. I'll pick them up now. 3 of these. 3 of these. 3 of these. So, triple goddess wanting to come through to you, which will definitely help calling on the triple goddess and using that to assist with the feminine 100% will help. So, what we have here is the initiation. Rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So this is like you've been walking through the valley of the shadow of death. You've been doing the shadow work. You've been doing the soul work. There's a doorway here. There's a threshold that like is there. So, and like with this like trust, so just trust in this final part of the process. The light is here. The light will shine with the sun. We have awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being and integration. So this is a process. You have been like going through it. This will be the last little bit. There's a strong, like I've said throughout, strong focus on the feminine. And this is really going to have you like rising up, being reborn. Very, very spring vibes, but like it's really, really like potent. Cleanse yourself, cleanse your space as best you can, allow as much space for this abundance and all of the whatever you want to come through, because it's the ace, new beginnings, new potentials are right here for you. And then we have soul family. So call in your tribe, you don't have to do it alone. So any of this is a struggle, then get some assistance. But the biggest thing, so you don't have to do this alone. The biggest feeling that I'm getting from spirit here is actually that this is guiding you more towards the people you're supposed to be around. Like you are being guided to your place. You're going to find your mirrors, but in like the most positive way that's going to like free you in ways. You're being guided to exactly where you're supposed to be. You have been, and you're going to like continue to. Right. That is all, because the camera's about to run out. So drop some comments and yeah, I'll do more of these. So come back. Have a lovely day, guys.